Hey, honey,
Yes, Barry?
let's get out of here.
Where are we going?
Where do we always go?
Fascina el viento, este ritmo de palmas, sin naturaleza, hasta encontrar la playa. Por eso grito al mundo, yo soy de Puerto Vallarta. Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de arrullo en el mar. Samba de Puerto Vallarta.
Hello, fellow travelers, and welcome to this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. I'm your host, Barry Kessler, and I'm just so happy to be introducing you to my favorite vacation destination. Hey, maybe it's even yours, and that's Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. That music you're listening to is performed by Alberto Perez, and Alberto is the owner of the Lapa Lapa group of restaurants here in Puerto Vallarta. Those are the Lapa Lapa, Puerto Vallarta's oldest restaurant on the beach. And then right next door is the El Dorado Restaurant and Beach Club. And between the two of them, of course, you can always enjoy that fantastic view of the Los Muertos Pier all day long for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, seated with your toes in the sand right at the water's edge. It's so romantic. It's so Puerto Vallarta, my friends. Now, this week, I have two very special guests. One is a guy that you've seen on the Malecon. I'm sure, if you've been here, of course. His name is Jose, and he's known as Mr. Palms. And he makes hats out of palm fronds. And then the other guy is an artist, and his name is Anastacio Tolentino Vargas. We call him Nacho for short. He's my buddy. And you can also find him with his art on the Malecon as well. But first, let's see what's happening this week, the 23rd of August, 2018. Last week, I mentioned the Vista Grill was leaving the beach and was leaving its association with the El Dorado Beach Club. And I promised that I would find out what's happening with the Vista Grill at that time, and I did. I talked to our friend Sofia Botner from Grupo Lapa Lapa, and she asked me to pass on this information to all of you. She says, "Hi, Barry. We are indeed dropping the name of Vista Grill, just to make it less confusing for newcomers, even though the kitchen staff, chef, service staff, and management will remain the same. We will save the name of Vista Grill for when we decide to open another restaurant with a great view, but nothing has been decided yet. Vista Grill's location up on the hill is still in dispute, and unfortunately will remain like that, as Mexican law is very slow and tedious. So we're just putting that aside for now and continuing with our wonderful restaurants, Lapa Lapa and El Dorado, which are doing great. Looking forward to seeing everyone at Lapa Lapa and El Dorado Restaurant and Beach Club. Sofia Botner, Grupo Lapa Lapa. Okay, so there you have it. That's the whole story for now, and we'll just keep you advised. And it sounds like maybe one day we will see the Vista Grill again, but for now, we're just going to put it on hold. Who knows? Mañana, it's Mexico. All right, there have been several sightings of crocodiles outside of their natural stomping grounds, slithering grounds, I guess you'd call it for crocodiles. We talked about crocodiles and the preserve up at Boca de Tomates. We've talked about them along the Ameca River, that they appear every once in a while in the Marina Vallarta. But as JR said in an earlier podcast, these crocodiles, they use the ocean to move around, to migrate, so to speak. And there have been sightings of crocodiles up on the beach, up the River Quale, as a matter of fact. Yep, that's right. Up the Quale. And of course, in the marina where they very often are seen. So just be wary. It's the rainy season, and strange things seem to happen with the crocodile population here when it gets really wet. Maybe they get curious. Maybe they're out looking for a good time. Maybe they're out looking for a good margarita or a taco. I don't know. But anyway, just be aware that there are crocodiles out there. I haven't seen any, like wandering through any of the big resorts yet, though. That would be kind of crazy. Warike is celebrating their 1-year anniversary, folks. We've talked about Warike Restaurant in the past. We actually interviewed Marcos from Warike, and if you haven't heard that, go and listen to that one. I have an announcement from them, and it reads, "We can't believe it. Friday, September 7th will be 1 year old. Warike Restaurant is proud to announce our first anniversary. You're cordially invited to attend 3 fun nights in honor of our 1-year landmark. There will be a live music performance, complimentary glass of our famous Pisco Sour or margarita, delicious food, 25% off on all plates during the anniversary weekend, and good company, of course. Our joy will become more complete if you will celebrate with us, so please come and join us." So that's great. You guys go check it out. Go check out Warike Restaurant. They're open. So there are some restaurants out there that aren't. Warike is still with us, so check it out. I got an email from a listener, my friend Dwight, and he writes, "Hi, Barry. Just heard the podcast with Barbara Ann. She sounds like a really fun person. Maybe I will meet her one day. Lois and I will be at Kelly's Por Favor on October the 2nd for the meetup. Looking forward to seeing you, JR, and the gang. We will be in PV for that first week of October. I hope to get to hear one of those thunderstorms. Talk to you later, Dwight." All right, Dwight. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's no doubt you are going to hear and see some of those thunderstorms. October's pretty good. Still get to see a lot of that cool stuff. So you will, no doubt about it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you and your sister Lois. And if you want to meet Barbara Ann, by the way, and I'm going to get together with her, you can come with me. She has her 5th of December group, and they meet on the 5th of every month at 5 p.m. somewhere. I don't know where just yet, but keep that time slot open if you would, and we'll go meet with Barbara Ann and check out her group. And I'll get that out to you just as soon as I can. I'd love to meet some of her friends, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, just remember, you guys, I'm going to be having a meet and greet. Dwight's going to be there on the 2nd. I hope that you'll be there too. And then the following Tuesday on the 9th. Now, on the 9th, I know I'm going to be seeing our buddy Marty Jewell. And Marty writes, "You may remember my talking about the Lions Eyeglass mission that our group will be having October 10th through the 13th, 2018. Please consider putting a note in your show the week before and invite anyone to come see our operation. We hold our event in the Lions Club building located on Madero, right across the street from Bravo's restaurant. We usually are not open to the public, but if anybody would like to see our operation, they can stop and ask for me. The people there will know that someone may be stopping, and they'll go and get me. We love to show off what we're doing. Many of your listeners may already be supporting Lions by donating their used eyeglasses. From our Indiana location, we sent approximately 15,000 used eyeglasses for this 4-day event. We hope to see about 800 people each day from the 10th to the 13th of October, right from the community here in Puerto Vallarta. And if we get a chance, I'll try to bring some of the 22 Lions to Kelly's Por Favor on the 9th. Best wishes, Marty Jewell." Okay, Marty. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing you, especially, and maybe some of your friends, some of your Lions can come up there. I don't know if you guys remember this, but back, if you guys can recall the meet and greet that we had back in May, I had it with Marty and Ian up on the rooftop over at Kelly's Por Favor Saloon and Cookhouse. And Marty talked about the eyeglass program that they're going to be bringing to Puerto Vallarta. And I got to tell you, it's going to be a great opportunity for any of you folks to see firsthand what kind of good the Lion clubs are doing right here locally in Puerto Vallarta. You'll be able to actually get a chance to peek behind the walls of the Lions Club. So just give Marty that special secret handshake, and they'll let you in. And remember, make some time for that meet and greet with the microphones. If you plan to be in town on the 2nd or 9th of October, we will definitely see you there. And Marty, don't worry, I will make another announcement as we get closer to the date so that people will remember and get a chance to see what kind of cool stuff you Lion Club members are doing right here in Puerto Vallarta, right here in Paradise. It's really nice of you guys. All right, well, let's get on with the show. As you walk down the Malecon, or, as you lounge on a lounge chair on the sand, or if you're sitting at a table, in the sand in front of a beachfront restaurant, or even if you happen to be sitting inside of a beachfront restaurant, you're sure to be approached by numerous salespeople selling, all kinds of stuff, just stuff from treasures to junk, okay? Souvenirs and services. And you're going to find hats, bracelets, blankets, wraps, beachwear, fruit, all right? Guys out there selling fruit, oysters and fish on a stick guys. Then there's like the massages, right? The guy's going to come in and massage, or gal will, offer to massage your feet or your neck or your body or whatever. There's the temporary tattoo guys. There's the ladies that want to braid your hair. Oh my God. How long has it been since the movie 10? I mean, let's look at this. Remember the movie 10 with Bo Derek? Let's see. 10 was filmed in 1979. That was 39 years ago, okay? And still, I can't believe that white women still think that, it's cool or smart to get their hair braided into cornrows. I mean, 40 years. Come on, you guys. My wife did it, and what a mess. She finally got it. When she finally unbraided it and all of her hair fell out, oh my God. Yet, never mind. I digress. Let's get away from the hair. Let's get away from the braiding. Okay. Anyway, there's all kinds of vendors, right? And one of these vendors is someone I always wanted to talk with. Very interesting looking guy. He's tall and skinny Mexican guy. And he wears and he makes hats that are woven from palm frond leaves. And he weaves a lifelike iguana out of this palm frond stuff, actually into the top of the hats with a big long tail. They're really cool. Anyway, his name's Jose, and Jose is known as Mr. Palms. And you can see him walking along the Malecon with his supply of palm leaves and his hats that he shows off. So I stopped to talk with him one evening on the Malecon. He was sitting with a friend near an OXXO, and I asked if he'd let us know a little bit about himself, and he said okay. So now look, Jose doesn't speak any English, and so it's only Spanish for him. And this is going to be my first attempt here to do some dub-over work in English over the Spanish. I did not hire a guy with a Mexican accent to do the translation. It's all me. But anyway, I hope that you can get the gist of the conversation, and I hope the audio isn't too confusing and it's not too awful. And if it's good, that's great, because I have a whole lot more of this kind of audio that I've been doing, but just have been a little afraid to use just because I don't want to confuse my listeners. I don't want it to sound awful. I want you guys to have something really good to listen to. I know that a lot of you are listening to it with earbuds and stuff like that. I just hate to make you listen to crappy audio. Okay. Anyway, so enough of that. Let's go right now to the Malecon in Puerto Vallarta on a lovely, lovely evening in May, and let's meet Jose, Mr. Palms. Okay, I am here with my new friend Jose, and Jose, ¿cómo está?
Hola, estoy muy bien, gracias.
Muchísimas gracias por hablando conmigo. Thanks for talking with me. Quiero que conocer I want to know cosas, pero, a couple things. ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from?
Yo soy oriundo, soy nacido en
I was
Guadalajara,
born
Jalisco.
in Guadalajara,
De
Jalisco.
Guadalajara me vine a vivir aquí a
From
Puerto
Guadalajara,
Vallarta
I came to Puerto
para salir
Vallarta. I
de
left,
lo que viene
well,
siendo la
because
ciudad, ¿verdad?
there was too much
monotonía
happening in
esta
the
de mi
city,
trabajo allá en
and
la
I wanted
ciudad
to
y disfrutar de
see
aquí de la
what was
costa,
happening
en
in
Puerto
Puerto
Vallarta.
Vallarta.
Bueno, y cuando viene,
And when you
¿qué hizo?
came, what'd you do?
Pues vine, trabajé en
Well, when I
restaurantes,
came, I worked in a
hoteles.
restaurant, hotels.
No fui muy bueno,
I
¿verdad?
wasn't
Como
very
mesero,
good at
entonces
being a
no
waiter.
encontraba mi
Then
lugar y me puse a
I
tejer palma,
decided I would
a
try
hacer grillitos,
selling palms,
rositas,
making these
iguanitas,
iguanas and little
pajaritos.
roses
Y
and
ya
little
terminé haciendo
parrots,
sombreros aquí y es con
making
lo que me
hats
mantengo.
like I have here.
Bueno, y
Okay.
¿dónde aprendiste
Where did you learn
construir estos
how to make
sombreros?
these
Bueno,
hats?
la artesanía esta aprendí
I learned
que viene siendo la flor y el grillo por un colombiano.
how to make the flower
Me hice
from
amigo
a
aquí en la playa.
Colombian that I met here on
Y
the
después
beach.
aprendí por
And
uno
then
de
after that,
Durango,
I
aprendí a hacer
learned
la iguana.
from a guy from
Uno
Durango how to
me
make
enseñó a hacer
a
el atrapanovias,
iguana, how to
la
make
gaviota,
a cricket,
y el sombrero tuve que
seagull.
aprenderlo solo porque nadie me quiso enseñar.
These are the people that taught me how to make them.
Es cultura que ellos
The
tienen desde el
culture
nacimiento. Es una
of
forma
someone else, not
egoísta
where I was born.
de decir tú no debes de saber lo que yo sé porque no eres de mi cultura, no eres
It's
de
not my part of my culture.
familia, de mi
It's
raza.
not something I learned through my
Porque soy de
family,
gente
my
que vive
race.
allá en la sierra.
It's something I learned from the people in the
¿Verdad?
Sierras.
Qué bueno.
All right.
Entonces,
So,
si alguien quiere que
if
comprar
somebody
una,
wants to
como,
buy one of these,
mm,
like,
¿qué tiene
like what do you
arriba
have
en eso?
there? What's on top of that
Bueno,
one?
les pongo una iguana.
Well, I
y
put
le pongo una
a
flor
iguana
también
with a
para
flower
que sea la
also
decoración, que parezca como que la
on
iguana
the
está
top
comiéndose
there. The
la fruta.
iguana is
Pero puedo
eating the
ponerle
flower.
unos grillos también
Sometimes I put
acompañándolos.
crickets.
Es lo que se ve mejor, ¿verdad? Los
you know,
grillos y la iguana comiéndose la flor.
The iguana, the
es
cricket.
lo que se ve más decorativo.
Es muy real, es diferente. La primera vez
really
que
real
yo lo
looking.
veo algo como
First time
así,
I saw one of these things,
estoy no seguro que si
I
es
wasn't
real
sure if
o
it
no.
was real
Es
or
muy
no.
bien.
It was very
O
good.
sea, trato de hacer lo mejor que puedo.
Yeah, I try to
Hacer
do
lo
as
mejor
best
que
as I
puedo, ¿verdad?
can.
Si la pieza que hago no me gusta,
If there's a
la
piece
tiro,
I don't like,
no la vendo, porque
then
se
I
me hace
don't
como que
bring
estoy
it.
robando a la gente.
I don't want to sell it to the
Entiendo.
people.
Sí, pero
I understand.
ok, pues
Okay.
¿cuánto tiempo
How much time
a construir una,
does it take
una
to
como así?
make one of these
El
hats?
tiempo que tarda en construir un sombrero depende
depends
mucho del
on
material. Hay uno
the
que
material.
es suave, que es rápido para
Sometimes I
manejar.
can do it fast.
Tardo con ese
It
35
could be
minutos
maybe
en hacer el
35
sombrero
minutes
con
to
toda
make
la
one of
iguana y la
those,
flor.
including the iguana and the
Material
flower.
como este, que es un poco más duro,
The
más
ones that
resistente,
maybe has a little bit
tardo
harder
aproximadamente
to
unos
work,
45 minutos,
maybe takes
10 minutos
45
más.
minutes.
Muy rápido, más rápido que
Hey, that's pretty fast.
pensaré.
That's faster than I thought.
Ok, ¿cuánto va a costar
How much would it cost
a comprar
to
este sombrero?
buy
Como,
this hat?
El sombrero lo tengo alrededor de 20
The-
dólares el precio.
It's
Viene siendo
$20.
400 pesos.
400 pesos.
Hoy
Today,
por ser 10 de mayo,
It is the
lo tengo más barato,
10th of
¿verdad?
May.
Para-
It's much cheaper
que
because
si
you
ya
want to buy
quien quiera
something
un sombrero para
for
su madre,
your
o la
mom
señora, o la
or
dama que
for
guste,
a
se lo
woman.
pueda llevar
They could buy
económicamente.
one, and I could make it more
muy
economical.
bien. Y
Okay.
para los sombreros
For
más
the hats
no
that
tan
are
complicado,
Not as
que-
complicated.
¿cuánto va a costar
How
esto?
much are they going to cost?
Un sombrero
Oh,
sencillo,
all by itself, the
200
hat by
pesos,
itself,
10 dólares.
Muy barato.
200
Para
pesos,
para su
about $10.
trabajo. Sí.
Sí, regularmente este precio lo
Yes,
está en
regularly
internet.
the
O sea, este
price
sombrero,
on the internet
así
for
sencillo,
a
lo dan
house by
en
itself,
costas del sur
the
del
kind that would
Pacífico,
be in like from the South
$22.
Pacific,
Yo
$22.
no quiero hacerme rico, tan solo que
I don't
conozcan
think
mi
it's as
artesanía.
nice as the ones that I make.
Estas palmas que usan,
These
que
palms, what
usas,
kind do you use?
son como
Are they
Tenemos
like
aquí
the
o
ones we have
son
here,
especiales?
or are they
No,
special?
nada especial, es
They're
hoja
not
de
special.
palma de coco,
They are leaves
de
of the
coco de
palm,
agua,
the cocoa
solo
palm.
que son
They
palmas de
are
las más altas y
palms
tienen
that
la hoja
are
más
the
larga.
tallest.
Debe de tener una medida aproximada de
Very,
1,15 m a 1,25 m cada hoja
very
de largo,
long leaves, a
para que
meter and a
alcance a dar
half.
toda la vuelta desde el comienzo hasta el final del tejido.
Y si alguien quiere algo
If
un poco
somebody
diferente,
wants something
puede
a little
hacerlo
different,
también.
and you make
Claro,
it as
hacemos la
well,
lucha. Si
sure.
está en Google,
Yeah, if I can
está
do it,
hecho.
I'll make it.
Muy bien.
All
¿Cómo
right.
puede una persona
How can somebody
te encuentras?
find you?
Bueno, yo aquí estoy en esta área de los
I'm
restaurantes
here
del
in this
Malecon,
area of the restaurants in the
casi
Malecon,
todos los días en la
almost like
tarde,
every day
como
in the
de
afternoon,
2 a 5.
5.
Voy a la casa,
From
me
2 until
relajo
5, I
un
go
poco porque está
home,
haciendo mucho calor,
and
y luego ya
I
vuelvo en
take
la
a nap
noche.
because it's really hot.
Aquí estoy como
And I
hasta
come back in the
las 9 y
night
media,
at
10, luego
9:30,
ya empiezo a
10
caminar por el
o'clock,
Malecón,
and I work
por el
along the
área de las
Malecon
discotecas,
around the
buscando a los
discotheques.
clientes, ¿verdad?
And I'm
Qué
looking for
legítimo,
clients.
amigo, porque
Oh, that's a good
ellos
idea,
están muy tarde
because
allá.
people are here very
Sí,
late.
están hasta las 2 de la
Yes,
mañana más
yes,
o
they're
menos,
here
es a la hora que
till
me regreso
maybe
a mi
2 in the
casa.
morning, and then after that I go home.
Llego, acomodo
I
mis
go
cosas, me
home,
duermo,
I
y al
go to
siguiente día ya me
sleep,
levanto muy temprano, como
then
a
I
las
get
11
up
de la
really
mañana,
early,
o 12, y
and
ya, un
around
baño y
11
salgo.
o'clock, go back.
Sí,
So
llego
yeah,
tarde a
I'm
la
busy
casa,
all the time.
por eso hay que descansar.
Está trabajando duro.
You're
Pienso
working
que
hard. I
va a
think
ser más fácil
that it would
venderlos
probably
a
be
personas que
easier
están
to
un
sell
poquito
to people who
borracho.
are a little drunk.
Bueno, depende, entre más borrachos mejor pagan.
Yeah, well, the more drunk they are, the
Claro.
more they
Sí,
pay. Oh, I believe it.
ya empiezan las
Yes.
propinas, ¿verdad?
Also,
Dan
better
buenos
better tips too, right?
Muy bien.
Very, very good.
¿Hay algo más que
Is there something else that you want
cuando
to
estamos
say
aquí?
to my listeners
Bueno,
while
yo
we're
estoy
here?
aquí a sus órdenes.
Oh,
soy
yes, I'm
José,
here at your order.
El Palmas, conocido como el Palmas.
They know me
todo el mundo
as
así me
Mr.
llama,
Palms.
pues, ya me
Everybody in the world
acostumbré.
knows me. They know my name.
Y estoy a sus órdenes aquí para hacerles el sombrero como les
You
guste.
whatever
Se
order you
los hago
want.
exactamente a su medida.
If you
frente a
want
ustedes
one to
en
be
30
the
minutos
exact
el
right
sombrero,
size for you,
para que disfruten de cómo
if
se
you want
teje.
to have it
Que
like
vean el
you like
material,
it,
si les gusta el
you
color
can
de
see
la
the
palma
material we
se lo
use. You
muestro
can
y
pick the
ya
color of the
ustedes escogen
palms.
su hoja.
You can
Les
see with
tejo
your own
esa hoja,
eyes.
les hago su
When
sombrero
you make it,
exactamente a su medida,
you can make
para
it
que lo
exactly your
disfruten, para que queden
size.
satisfechos con su artesanía. Y aparte es una artesanía que se está rescatando,
it's
¿verdad? Porque ya está muy
part-
olvidada. Esto aquí ya no se usa y era muy tradicional
You can
tener
use
un
it
sombrero
here.
de palma andando en la playa.
You can
Aquí
use
en
a
México.
palm hat here
Ya
in
somos muy
Mexico,
pocos los que sabemos tejerlo.
and it doesn't cost too much to have one.
Muy bien. Well
All right.
said, José. Muchas
Way to
gracias
go,
por
José.
hablando conmigo y gracias por allowing me to introduce you to mis oyentes.
Bueno, muchas gracias a usted, muchas gracias por invitarme y
Thank you to you. Thanks for inviting me.
bueno, pues
And
aquí
we're here to
estamos
serve
para
you.
servirles.
Bueno, go visit José.
All right. He was great. You know, I didn't realize that the hats that he makes are just so reasonable. I mean, you know, he makes them by hand, and he really, really does a fine job. He's very skilled with what he does. I really liked him. Anyway, it's kind of funny. You know, he again is one of these guys that left the big city, left Guadalajara to come for an easier life in Puerto Vallarta, and he didn't want to wait tables, and he wanted to work for himself. And so he picked up this artwork, this form of art, which he never knew before. He learned it from other guys, from other people, and what a great story. Anyway, make sure that you look for him the next time you're in Puerto Vallarta. Buy a hat from him and let him know that you heard him on the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. I mean, buy that hat and make that your Puerto Vallarta hat, right? Anyway, my next guest, I met him last year when I was walking to my Airbnb. I happened to be walking past his house. It's a small little street level apartment. He's got a room there, right in downtown Vallarta, and he struck up a conversation with me, and we got to talking about what he did and what I do, and we exchanged information, and then we parted ways. Then I found him again. This time he was on the Malecon, displaying his beautiful artwork. So the next time I came to town, I figured I would look him up, and I made sure I stopped by his place. And now Anastacio and I are great friends. He's a funny, funny guy. He has a very dry sense of humor, and he really likes to have a good time. But he's dedicated to his art. He's dedicated to his work. And I have pictures of some of his work in the show notes, so you're going to need to see them when you get a chance. But before that, let's go right now to a small apartment, a room, in downtown Puerto Vallarta, and let's meet the talented Anastacio Tolentino Vargas, my buddy, Nacho.
Anastacio, thanks for inviting me into your house.
No problem, Mary. Anytime, you're welcome. Bienvenido a Vallarta.
Tell my listeners a little bit about yourself. What was your path to Puerto Vallarta? Where are you from?
I'm from Puebla. Was born in 1981. And then my mom moved to Mexico City and pretty much buy the house there. So we started doing I did high school and middle school in Mexico City. That's where everything starts. I did a lot of graffiti, a lot of graffiti designs all over the Mexico City for 8 years to maybe 16.
Wow.
That was the first beginning of my art story.
Okay. And then from Mexico
From
City?
there over, I decided to move to the state. And after high school, because I tried college and it was difficult enough in Mexico City, so I decided to move somehow to the States.
Uh-huh.
And I arrived to New Jersey. So I worked there for a while until somebody hired me to do the designs for doing master baths, kitchens, and all that. But I was designing for them as for the new subdivisions. And then live there, beautiful life. Have 3 beautiful boys, Alan, Sebastian, and Joshua, from the state of Pennsylvania. And 12 years later, in 2007, I come back to Mexico. So I went to Mexico City, take a look around, and I was really ready to start a new life, a new start. And that's how I decided to move to the places where people was retiring the most. And I have 3 choices between Mexico. It was Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, and Cabo San Lucas. Mm-hmm. And even me, as being Mexican, I really had to find out what it was best for me. Well, the thing I did, it was the distance between Mexico City and Jalisco. We're not too far away. We only 3 states. It's Michoacan, and then Estado de Mexico and Mexico City. So to be close to my family, I decided to move to Puerto Vallarta, and I think that was the best option I have after all, because Vallarta right now is potential on lifestyle living right now.
Yeah.
And growing every day, and I think we all, the people that we live here, we all growing together, making a beautiful community.
No doubt. And your work is absolutely beautiful. I'm sitting in his place right now and just looking around at the artwork he has on his walls. I was across the way at a bar. What bar is that?
Revolution Bar.
Yeah, Revolution Bar. You've got your art in there.
Right in Matamoros Street. Beautiful place.
Yeah, and what a nice mural you did out front there too. Very nice.
Yeah, we did a Zapata, Pancho Villa, and decorate the place beautiful. Look at more Mexican style with the colors of the Siena tostadas and white and black. So making a revolution area for everybody.
Yeah.
To enjoy.
Nice. All right, so tell us about your art.
The art that I'm trying to work with is to make everybody happy in Vallarta, because having a lot of people from all over the world is good, but you have to full everybody's happiness, So some Sometimes you have to do abstract. Really gotta go like New York style, Mexican style, and mix all together. And then sometimes you have to go all the way to Toronto. Then people come from Toronto and say, no, I want something more impressionism. I'm not too much about abstract. And then you move from state to state or from province to province. Depends who you're working with. And that's the magic. We're making a really good community, but I'm working with everybody. And they're working with me because there is almost or more 1,000 artists on Vallarta that we know. That in Arte y Cultura, downtown in a cultural center. And we have a list of the artists living in Vallarta. That doesn't count artists from galleries like the best galleries of Vallarta, Corsica, Galleria Uno, or Basilio Badillo, full of art galleries. I never count them, but I'm sure we have at least 100 to 200 galleries around. Marina, New Vallarta. And we are together with Bahia de Banderas, so we count in Sayulita, Bucerias, and a couple more places because we all know each other. So the community grows bigger between the two states, Nayarit, Jalisco. So that's wonderful for everybody. We get to exchange more thoughts together.
With that, though, you do have, I'm sure, you've got that many artists around. There's a little competition. Is that going on, or is there more?
I don't see it as a competition.
No,
never. I see it like a challenge and performance. It's like just like anything. Even you have the same tools and things you need to make art. You use whatever. You can use the air, the water, politics, XXX, right? So you can use whatever you want to discover and show more about yourself. But me, personally, right now, I'm dedicating myself to like beauty. Just like any flower, but not like flowers that you get to see, like sunflowers or typical flowers. I'm talking about deep down to Mexico, like the cactus. Cactus have a beautiful flower, and it also have a beautiful fruit. And we have so many kinds of cactus in Mexico. That includes the tequila. Tequila is also a cactus with 270 some of more kinds of mezcal too, all over Mexico, and that counts automatically 300 cactuses around, plus aloe vera, XXX, right? So I'm painting Mexico, but animals, water, and fauna and flora. That means plants, water, and animals. Priority on things are getting an extinction, like turtles, or different ones all over. Mammoths, elephants, rhinos, you name it. So we try to work with everybody's, and also everybody's feeling like tigers. People love wolves, sunsets.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're
moonshines,
in Puerto Vallarta,
everything.
Just sunset world.
It's always been an artistic area, to not only for painters. Painter is one thing, but I'm talking about writers, photographers, retirement people, everybody. It's just so happy, and they concentrate more because somehow you fly to a world where everything is so relaxed, where you really have the time to think about, okay, now I'm in my chair, I'm resting, now what is next? You get to think about, okay, maybe I want to write a book. It's time for me to write a book. So it gets inspirational, inspirador, el lugar, this the place. That's what I think, other than that, it's churches to go, it's restaurants to go, flea markets every day and every little places. You can go to PTL. I show my art right in the heart of the boardwalk.
Okay.
The boardwalk is only 1 mile long when you walk between McDonald's to Old Town. So pretty much as you walk, you will find Pinocho's bar and the middle of the bridge of River Quale. The river of the kids is what they call it, all the souls. So that's why we also have the painting on the thing about painting kids from Mexico, because the name of our river right here in downtown is the name is Quale, and as I read, that means the river of the kids. Yeah, La Isla de los Niños. That's how a couple other artists from Mexico, by Puerto Vallarta, they was interested on doing this work. It was Luis Miguel Sepúlveda, and in our group are 6 different artists from the middle of from the end of the river. River Quality Art Walk Show. That's how we call it.
Ah,
Yes, that's how we call it. That includes 6 different artists only there, and there is no competition with us between either. You know, everybody come with the style, everybody do what we think is right and show you, and from there you go to galleries and decide. The customer have the choice of walk and think as long as he wants to really decide what do you like to how do you like to decorate your new home moving to Puerto Vallarta, because that's pretty much it's work because we decorate and everybody's building, everybody's doing something, everybody's busy, but in our slow motion movement lifestyle, that's what we're doing. I mean, we're still going, okay? We know we're not behind. Vallarta's growing, and I think sometimes sooner or later it's gonna become one of the biggest cities in Mexico too.
I do too.
I think so, but not yet. We are still in the process. So
Well, I hope
no rush, please.
Yeah, let's make it take a long
Let's-
time, okay?
let's take a time.
Maybe a couple lifetimes be
Yes.
okay with me.
Exactly.
All right, so you guys set up, if I'm not mistaken, you're like right where where there used to be like a little mast sticking up out of the ground there, like these white poles. They're laying down right now. Is that the spot?
That's the right spot. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
We hoping taking care of this corner soon. Eventually will happen, but they don't know what they're gonna do with the.
It was a mast or something like that, right?
It was a wind. It was a big wind.
Oh.
We are in the Pacific, so we gotta expect we had to have some wind a little bit sooner or later.
Right.
We can be coming to the rain season soon in 2 more months, so we should be able to enjoy that too. It becomes really tropical, so dragonflies start flying around 3 to 4 meters high, and then you get to enjoy like diverse colors from greens, turquoises, blues on those little bugs. You know, but
Wow.
they're wonderful. Then butterflies will come, and a lot of little mosquitoes will fly around your lights, telling you there's gonna rain soon. So that's the thing that you get to see. Then after the rain starts, you get to enjoy your day, watching the sea, relaxing, enjoying the tropical. Then after the rain is over, walk out, you dog to the sand and pick up a shell. Then maybe the water flow around the beach on the sand. So it's relaxing. Don't matter how you do or where you go or anywhere you stop in Vallarta. When you're in Vallarta, you're in Vallarta, and you relax. And that's the place I get inspired to myself to do what I like to do now that I'm here.
Okay, so let that be a lesson to you guys. Now you know if you're not here in the low season, when it's raining, when the dragonflies are out, when all this great stuff is happening, these colors are happening, now you know what you're missing, right? I mean, look at that. So let's talk a little bit about what you do for people around here. For example, I came over to your house the other day, and you said, let's get in the car. We hopped in the car. We drove off, and you had a project with a friend of yours. And and you did a mural on some guy's wall. So what kind of stuff do you do? And you're available for that for people that are local.
Well, besides painting, we're working right now in decorating and helping you choose colors from for new construction and remodeling. So it's kind of like helping you pick a new design for your house with an extra charge or nothing. We estimate you and help you out with your design before we even start. That's how good we are with our service. So that way you'll be happy. We go there, we take a look. If we can help you change the colors, we will. And if not, we just do what you like or something we already have on stock because every piece is in stock, and the, different points of Puerto Vallarta, like another place where you can stop and see this work. It's in a beautiful sports bar with Greg Paddle as an owner. You can stop in Old Town,
What's the name of the bar?
one block after the bridge, the pier. It should be Players Bar, sports bar. Go and watch the Canucks, or relax watching the game from Texas, Cowboys, whatever the season is, and enjoy a beautiful Players Burger. I believe it is, with an onion ring on the top and a beautiful salad. That's some ceviche. Maybe you have a combination of ceviche with a hamburger. Depends on how you feel today. And a margarita for $1 beer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great
one
place.
block from the pier.
Yeah.
One block from the beach. As soon as you walk out, you're right in the front of Emperador, or you feel to have some pizza. There is Pisota right in the front of you. Next block, you can find, if you feel to go dancing, go to Andales, walk down, enjoy, maybe ride the burro. They have a little burrito outside. You can enjoy.
do.
I painted them a couple times too. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I like that guy.
How funny.
Jose. I believe his name is Jose.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go and enjoy Jose and ride him around, and Andales too. Yeah. And then another place where we have it, do an exposition of my paintings is in one block from Mandala. We have another restaurant, call it Piñatas. Piñatas have different food for you, but the same service. You get beer, tequila, margarita, or some cognac, wine, whatever you like. It's Piñatas bar.
Okay.
And
is that on Malecon or is it on Morelos?
Right there in Abasolo Street.
Abasolo.
Abasolo Street, one block from the boardwalk. From Banorte, same street of Banorte, 1.5 blocks up. Another bars around you, it'll be La Regadera, or Mandala, or Zoo.
Right, so it's all in that
behind Zoo.
area.
Yeah, right in the area of the nighttime
Behind the big
night
loud
lifestyle.
nightclubs.
Yeah, nighttime. Yeah,
The boom, boom, boom.
well, you know it. If you like to. Well, every bar, everybody's open from 24 hours. So like if you like to go have a beer at 2 in the morning, you're more than welcome, or a shot of tequila, and still be there nice and fresh.
Really?
Yeah, Mandala have service from I believe it's until 4 to 6 a.m. So
Yeah, but just don't count on talking to anybody because you can't hear anything they're saying.
yeah.
All right, I'm old. I can't hear anything anybody's saying.
I like
anyway.
Roxy. I go to Roxy's a lot, and relax over there. Have a live rock band at nighttime, and have good music and dance there too, some reggae. So it depends on what you feel to do. If you want to go dance some reggae, or you want to go dance around, or you just want to have a relaxing time on the beach. Walk to the pier, and the pier is open 24 hours. As long as you don't drink on the pier, you can't drink on the pier, or walk with a bottle of. You cannot walk in the boardwalk with a bottle glass on the boardwalk. That's
Really?
it. That's it. Yeah, that's.
You hear that, you guys?
So, but you can walk with the
can?
walk with the plastic glass, and beer, or you mix drink, not a problem.
No,
not a
but
problem.
glass will get you in trouble. You get
Glass
stopped
will get you in trouble
by the cops.
Yeah, but the thing is, sometimes if you're walking, we have stone streets, and we can fall or step on it, and it's nice, that we are one of the places where we have these beautiful stone roads or stone walls, because we use the river rocks and the sea rocks. So, but it's a little kind of danger with you have to have some country shoes to walk, or you have to do sandal. But it's always hard to walk in these rocks,
Yeah.
especially on the rain season. But it's good, it's beautiful,
Right.
It's natural, and it's all covered stone, whole Vallarta with it.
All right, we're going to get back to your art because now we're talking about food. So let's just move on to our food section here because I always ask people about that. So, if you were going to invite somebody to go to a place for breakfast somewhere around here, what would be your first choice?
For breakfast?
Yeah.
The flea market is okay. If in the second floor, they have 6 restaurants there where you can go and have breakfast, orange juice or whatever you like, and walk to the little paths on the bridge and bridges with wood, and everybody's up by them, maybe running.
Hmm.
So to have a good Freddy Toucan is also good. Freddy Toucan's really good.
Hmm.
Have one of the best service, number 5 star, on Puerto Vallarta, and they have different things on the menu, but they also tell you if you don't know the plate, don't order it. They might be too spicy for you. You know,
Right. They give you a warning on the
Yeah.
menu. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, they know because they've had plenty of people go, "Whoa, take this back! I can't eat this. How come you didn't warn me?" That's probably what happened there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how about for lunch? Where would you say?
Lunch.
Yeah.
Lucumbe is really good. Lucumbe is located in
Okay.
Fluvial area.
Yeah. What do they serve at Lucumbe?
Lucumbe, they have hamburgers, they have burritos, they have tacos, guacamole. Like, remember again, back again in Mexico, Vallarta, we are getting used to all the most population food that is Canada, Mexico, and the States together. So that becomes exactly almost about like Phoenix, Arizona, or California, or maybe sometimes some places, not too much like in New York, but you find different varieties of food, like
Right.
Indian or Asian, or different places that people already build the restaurant and work on it, and they bring more culture to make it to performance the culture we have in Vallarta. So that's what is happening right now. You know, it's growing really big, but our priority is the food is what we gotta eat every day. So it's becoming more like civilization style.
Yeah.
You know.
More civilized.
Yeah, civilized.
Yeah.
Yeah. More like, you know. Also, if you can, we have the only cab right now today that we're talking May 10, 18. About the transportation situation. You know, right now the ones that have a good permit are the yellow cabs. Okay, the ones have the number. I know that I would prefer to use one of those, or the ones from the airport, marina. Another that I don't know too much about the service of Uber. I never had it in my life. I only used it in Mexico, and I only did it once. I like it, but I try to be I'm an old-fashioned guy, so you know most of them we are seniors. The people are retiring in Mexico, so we want to make it easy. So we avoid that, and we try to use our own yellow cab friends because we have a sitio every corner.
Oh yeah.
Okay, on downtown, and they become our friends too.
Sure.
So if I see this guy every day, so once in a while, or I know his cab, or if I don't know it, but I know it's a yellow cab, I have his number and all that, then the one I jump in. I hop in. No, never. I always check my door. I have a CTO number, so I take the number, put it on my head. If it's 11, if it's 4, and then downtown, I believe it's if you're in Old Town, downtown, driving around, it's 1 and 4, and Old Town is 04, and then the all downtown is 01, but every PTR or every town they have their own.
They have like
They
a
have
code,
sitio
so you know where
code. So yeah, if you can take, and every cab is marked from 1 to 10,000 or 1 to whatever. So of course every number of the cab have like I'm 0101. That's simple to remember. So the door have the number of the sitio, and in the back or somewhere it has the number of the cab.
Ah, interesting.
And and it have a CTM logo. I know that that keeps me wherever I go. I'm gonna pay my first, but I think it's fair.
Yeah.
What it is what it is, and I like it. I like the service of that. Sometimes I walk a lot if I don't use cabs because you can walk to Pharmacy Guadalajara or the markets, or you can always take the buses. They're 24 hours now. We have a couple of years now that
Really?
we have the buses that you can take. Now after 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. The bus will go every 3 hours or every 2 hours or every X hours or X time. They all will change, depends on where you're going, but they're still gonna have the 24-hour service for everybody to get around to work or to the hotel zone or to wherever they're going. So
Oh, that's handy.
yeah, that's all right, man.
Except for if you're standing around for an hour. But,
Well,
still gonna get
if-
somewhere, right?
If you know the times,
Yeah.
you can stay in your house and go out until you really need to go.
Right.
You know he's gonna pass by.
You know
You can
when.
watch
He's
another
got a
show.
schedule.
You can probably watch another show or something on your house and then go to where you're going. But you can do that 24 hours. Example, you go to the marina. You go to the marina every day, every 15 or every 20 minutes. If nighttime, it'll probably be every hour and a half. You know, same thing.
Right.
Yeah. If all the stops, it don't matter. The bus will start again at 5 a.m. Everybody gets back to work.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So transportation is not a problem at all to get around Vallarta.
Excellent.
Zero.
All right.
You always covered.
Yeah. All right. Well, I usually ask people what kind of advice they would give to a first-time visitor to Puerto Vallarta, but it sounds like you've given me a whole bunch of advice. So,
Well, you need them. You know, I mean, I want you to come and see me. I want you to come and that's what we do for everybody. And that's what a touristic area. We here, we know you from somewhere, and you exploring, and we want to help you get your tour together to maybe come back again or maybe move with us and work this together.
Yeah.
But if not, I have friends that come for the past 10 years. I have friends that live here.
so you have like clients that come back every year?
I do. Sometimes they come back every 3 months, every 6 months, every 9 months. Everybody's just so different. So, but they come back. I definitely 90% or 80% of my friends or customers, they come back.
Yeah.
Always.
Do you, if someone says, "Hey, paint a picture of me," do you do that?
Depends how many years you want last or up. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can age us, huh?
Yeah,
You can make us look older or younger too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It will help. No, I'm just kidding.
What talent? Well, yeah. If you figure out how this guy's going to look in about 10 years, you paint it right now. The guy can have it in his house for 10 years. And all right, never mind. Let's talk about other things that you do around here. You paint. You do murals. What else do you do around here?
Well, I'm concentrated on fine art, so I try to do more canvas and acrylic oil. That's my technique I'm using right now. I'm trying to go to old fashioned, like I say. So 18, 17, 16s, whatever hundreds you want to talk about, they all use the canvas, and it's still considered fine art.
Yeah.
I can do charcoal or I can do murals, but I know they last because we have so much humidity on the rain season.
Yeah.
You will start to sweat because it's hot. And it's beautiful because, you got to lose the little taquitos a little bit because they have asada, pastor, so they're beautiful. But no, you sweat a bit, like
Right.
a tropical Hawaii. I've never been in Hawaii, but everybody that I meet from Hawaii, they say, "Oh, you have the same vegetation as we do."
Uh-huh.
So I'm more like, I can see it. They're like, "Oh, everything grows." I have plants on my window and everything grows. So sometimes I got to chop it because it keeps growing. Whatever you grow in Puerto Vallarta, mangoes, agave, or you grow mezcal. That's what they concentrate in because we're in the state of the tequila, land
Yeah.
of tequila.
Is it true that we're going to have a tequila shortage? Did you hear about that story?
What is that?
Yeah, they said that we're going to have a tequila shortage. No. Never mind. We won't go there.
No. Well, what we have right now in the different states beside us is that we have the world's changing as the water moves and the world moves. Okay, in some states they don't get as much rain they used to get, and that was a problem before. Now with the new products of tequila, and everybody started to get to know tequila, and they know what it's all about tequila, Jalisco tequila, mariachi.
Mm-hmm.
That's about Jalisco, right? That's all you have here, But we're in specialist people in tequila. So if you want to come and enjoy and know all about tequila, this is the place. This is the place. You walk 1 mile boardwalk, and there is more than 40 tequila stores where they can offer you a free shot of tequila every 5 minutes. No problem. All kinds of flavors. But these towns that don't get in any rain, they know that we have a nice land. So they change the product. They used to grow strawberries, berries, mangoes, guanabanas, passion fruit, and coconuts, and all kinds of stuff. Well, because they don't get as much as rain they get before. What they're doing is now they're changing some of the plantations for the agave because you don't need too much water to regrow
Right.
and grow.
So you get some competition.
So you get a beautiful plants without too much water.
Yeah.
And that's somehow how to save water and keep making the product without people to losing the cosechas, you know. They get a good product and everybody gets drunk. I mean, it's beautiful. That's what we produce, man.
What it's still in Jalisco, yes.
Well, 31 states of Mexico produce mezcal.
Okay.
This is the state of tequila.
The state of
How much do you know about tequila?
Me?
Yes.
Well, every once in a while I get people telling me a little bit about it, but
What do you know?
well, I know that it's very dangerous and it goes into margaritas and there's reposado and there's all kinds of other stuff. But no, I don't. You going to help me out with this?
Of course.
Okay.
All right. Tequila. What I know, is that we have different liqueurs in Mexico. Okay. But the main product that we do is tequila. And everybody confuse tequila with mezcal. What is tequila? What is mezcal? So there is agave blue, 100% agave, is the female plant. And it grows in this state because the elevation, I think, is beautiful, but the volcanic dirt there is around. There's a lot of volcanoes around, and the plant love it. So it grows here. And after 8 years, about, the tequila gets pulled out of the roots. We chop it, we burn it, we ferment it, we distill it, and it goes to the paladar to the people. We have different kinds: añejo, blanco, reposado, extra añejo, and more than 1,000 brands. We have a lot of brands from mixed with Mexico, like Patron, Jimador, Jose Cuervo, different more brands, but I don't know all about it, and I only know what I know. But the tequila is still blue agave, beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's more sweeter, it's more than that. You got to try it.
Yeah.
Okay, we can open a bottle right now if you want to.
Hey. All right.
But we're at work.
Yeah, we're working a little bit here. Maybe a little later when we're not working so much. All right. Let's go back to your art.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to use your services, how are they going to find you?
They can go to my email in Windows Alive. It's travel to pb@hotmail.com.
Okay.
TRAVEL number 2 pb@hotmail.com. That'll be the address where you can go and send me a message.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Send you a
It might
message.
be a bottle of tequila, maybe a beer or two. Then we talk.
And he's not kidding you guys. All right. So, any other? You got anything like an online presence other than that? You got something going on? You got a website? You got anything like that? You got something going on? Maybe a page on Facebook.
We're working on a store right now. We're gonna have a store open to the public on the internet. So, but we're still working on it. I think it's gonna take at least 6 to 12 months yet.
Okay.
Before it's prepared, but we're getting it ready right now. So
Good. What about Facebook?
Facebook, it should be the same address, travel to pb@hotmail.com. Go in it, and you will find me with my name, Anastacio Vargas Tolentino. Go in it, add me as a friend, and we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch forever.
Okay. Well, and you guys, I'm going to have a link to all that stuff in the show notes for this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. So just take a look at the show notes. You'll see a picture of Anastacio. You'll see a picture of his pictures. I'll get a picture or two of the bar across the street, and he's got he's got quite a collection of art displayed inside there as well. So got to keep that in mind. Want to go and look at that as well. And so this group of artists that you work with, do they have a website or any kind of a presence there?
We do, but we are independent. So everybody have their own. You had to come to Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
And then find us, it's nothing better than look the obra right in the front of you and see the work for yourself of how much dedication the piece have in it or time being taken, because you never stop working, so every piece have their own time.
Right.
So that's something you will have to find just for yourself. Just come over, get your fly, Expedia, somebody. I'm not advertising anybody, but that's the easiest one for me. Book it, American Airlines, whatever you're doing, Aeromexico. Take a look at the special offers. We consider it 6 months, high season, low season. So you get discounts in the middle of the year, June, July, August, September, October, until November. November, we have a big potential party with the Day of the Dead.
That's right. And then you're off for the races and things happen because it's high season again.
Yes.
During the low seasons, how do you guys keep going?
Well, Vallarta never stops either. So there's always something fun to do on your lay off, we can call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's your lay off. That's pretty much when you have, no job, but exception that you can get away from the cold, or you can get away from a little bit. Depends on where you live. Maybe too dusty, whatever. Or you just want to go for the change. Maybe the place too is better than our place. Maybe why not take a look and see what we have. Why not?
Right.
Have a nice budget, not too big. There is places where you can stay, even hostels right now. So we have a hostel that can charge you 200, 300 pesos a night, or different places. We have 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 5-star, 4-diamond. We have it all. They have timeshares, they have full ownerships and realtors, brokers, whatever. We are a big, small. I call it small big city. It's a city, but it's still, a lot of people say, oh, it's still small, but it's still a city. Vallarta have the services of any place on the world have. Internet, cable, you can get anything you want, like you can get anywhere in the world you can get. So that's a point, We have ATMs every corner, food stores, Oxxos, kioscos, and places where you can get your things. So you'll be fine hanging around. Everything's so good to go.
Is there anything else I forgot? Is there something that we haven't talked about yet?
I can say hi to all my family.
You could do that.
And I can say that I love my mom. Happy Mother's Day for everybody, every mom today in the world. In Mexico, May 10 is our celebration for the mothers. Día de las Madres. So, feliz Día de las Madres a mi madre. La amo, la quiero. Feliz Día de las Madres a mi suegra. Y feliz Día de las Madres a todas las mujeres hermosas, como mis hermanas, and everyone in my family.
There you go. That's beautiful.
Yours, that's your mom too, includes, and Charlie's mom, every mom's in the world. Happy Día de las Madres, anywhere you are.
That's my man. All right, Senor Vargas. Thank you so much for coming on the show and talking with me and taking the time and allowing me to introduce you and your art to my listeners. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Barry.
All right. Anastacio, you're great. You are funny. He's a funny guy, but he showed me some really cool places, like hot springs. Yeah, there's hot springs close by. And he introduced me to some really interesting people, and we're gonna be doing all that stuff in upcoming episodes. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But boy, Anastacio, he's a good guy, and you really need to look him up next time you're in Paradise. I have a map of the place that you can spot him on the Malecon, but the easiest way to find him is he's on the north end of the Rio Quale Bridge, the one that's on the Malecon. On the ocean side of the Malecon, there's a place where artists set up their stuff. You might have seen it before. anyway, you can find him there. And as I said earlier, I have pictures of Nacho and of his work, and I also have his contact information too. You'll find those in the show notes. All right, well, that should do it for this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. Next week, stay tuned for more on-the-ground reports from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, with travel tips, great restaurant and excursion ideas, and more. But until then, remember, this is an interactive show where I depend on your questions and suggestions about all things Puerto Vallarta. If you think of something that I should be talking about, please reach out to me by clicking on the Contact Us tab and sending us your message. And remember, if you're considering booking any type of tour while you're in Puerto Vallarta, you must go to vallartainfo.com, that's JR's website, and reserve your tour through him, right from his website. Remember, this is a value-for-value proposition, my friends. His experience and on-the-ground knowledge of everything Puerto Vallarta in exchange for your making a purchase of a tour that you do anyway. You're just doing it through him as a way of saying thank you. It costs no more than if you're going to be used someone else, so just do it, really. And when you do take one of those tours, email me about your experiences. Maybe you can come on board and share with others what you liked or didn't like about that tour. Again, contact me by clicking on the Contact Us tab and sending off a message. And don't forget, JR has his maps, his DIY tours, his revitalized happy hour board, and more. And I have links to all of those in the show notes, so don't forget JR, okay? And once again, if you like this podcast, please take the time and subscribe and give me a good review on iTunes if you would. That way we can get the word out to more and more people about the magic of this place, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And remember, I made it easy for you to do just that with each episode I create. And if you haven't been to my website, shame on you. What's going on with you guys? You really got to go there. Have a look. I have links to the places that we talk about, I have interesting pictures, and more right there in the blog posts and in the show notes for each and every episode of each show I create. So get out there and check it out for sure if you haven't already, okay? All right. Well, thank you so much, Jose, Mr. Palms. Check out his picture. Look for him on the Malecon. Have him make you a custom hat in 30 to 45 minutes for sure. And it'll fit you. It'll be a treasure for years to come. And thank you, Anastacio Tolentino Vargas, Nacho. Check out his work and his contact information as well. Make sure that you see him next time you're in town and buy a picture, buy a painting from him. He's talented and he's a really, really nice guy. And hey, thanks to all of you for listening all the way through this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. This is Barry Kessler signing off with a wish for all of you to slow down, be kind, and live the Vallarta lifestyle. Nos vemos, amigos.
Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de arrullo en el mar. Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de amor junto al mar. Solo camino, perno por la playa, me encuentro junto al río, cuando todo está en calma, pronto cae la noche, brillas Puerto Vallarta.